Alright, we're back with more Witness. So we got a good chunk of lasers going. Can't quite see them from here, but there's at least, what, 8 going there or something like that? 4 on the left, 1 on the right. I think there might be another one in the back. So like 9-ish. 2 that we still know that exist. I think there's one in the center of this town area that we need to. And this area that we just opened up, and there's one right there. So last time we ended up, we just walked into here and called it quits. So let's head in there and see what this area contains. All right. It's the first time exploring this area. See what kind of a mechanic they want here. Puzzle in there? No puzzle. Okay. Let's go open these shortcuts real quick. Maybe open this way to the boat. I think we were locked out of this earlier. Okay, so we can't yet. We actually need to power on this area. Oop, here's something. What else we got? Yeah, in order to make use of this boat, we had to drop this down because we tried showing up here earlier, but we couldn't climb onto the dock. But now we can actually make use of the boat. Alright. But let's see what we got here. Platform. This looks like this will move. Make some sort of connection. Yep, this is going to be a environmental puzzle here. Probably, yeah. Once that platform comes over here, that'll line up the shadow. And then we'll be able to come across there. That makes sense. There's stuff up there. Can we see from here? We can. So we don't know what this symbol is yet. I'm guessing that might teach us around here somewhere. Might teach it to us. So let's find out. Let's see. What are these? These should be Doble stars, we know. So we separate them into 2s. Best way of doing that. So we need to clump all these together somehow. Go around this way. So over here, we need to separate these in a way. But then that gives us an odd number of white stars. So if we do something kind of like this. Close. Very close. Not quite. because we need this section separated. But we can't do it here because then that blocks off that white star, unless we do it something like this. Now we need to somehow add a white star to the bottom there. So what happens if we go this way? Does that extra black somehow? That won't work. I have no way to combine the black, and I'll get only 2 of these. Do something kind of like this. Those. Those. That looks to be correct. Nice. Okay. And this one, with this, the way blocking it out like this means can't make a T shape here or over here. It means it feels like it needs to go down here somewhere. Nope, not quite. Because we have 1 extra block right here in this corner. That's not going to work. Since we can't cut well, I guess we can't cut that out there. So this has T shape has to go here in the center somehow. Of course, to include both of these symbols. Ideally, I'd want to go down this way and then be able to come up through here and then cut that off, but that is not doable. So if we change it, we need at least 3 in a row, so this is going to be a 3 in a row. Can't have this be the T because this blocks it off here. Might be able to do something We need to finish going up this way. So in order to do that, I really want it to be this to be the T and this, but this cutoff is blocking that. My brain just keeps going back to that setup. It's like, all right, well, that makes sense. But this area is out of my line of sight, and it keeps making everything not work right. So can't have this be the T because this will cut it off, or this, depending on which way we go. Can't have this be the T because this would cut it off. Can't have this. Well, how would we do that? We have this the T. Then the only 3 section. Then this, neither of these would be part of it. This would be the T. This would be the 3. Then how do we get back up? These little breaks are making things tricky. Need to finish going up, and it has to go up one of these two. Or I guess we could technically go this way, but that feels like that'll be a little more difficult, just the fact this needs to be a vertical. Let's do something. Yeah, it's not going to work either, because now we have no way of getting back. This could also work, but now we have no way of getting up there. So now we have no way of getting back. Three. Somehow go up from here. So to do that, we have to go up here. We don't want... I guess we can do... think T is going to have to get combined over here somehow. Is cutting down. Is going to cut off the area. That'll give us 3 vertical. Do something kind of like this. There we go. I think that's it. I was focusing down in this area instead of up here. Hey, Rex Livy. What's going on? All right. What did that turn on? This thing, it did. All right. Oh, that's an eye. All right, Rexivy. Nice. All right, how are we gonna do this? So is this going to rotate this? Yeah, my community voted on this as the next game as my randomizer, so I'm having to learn the vanilla before I do the whole randomizer. And it's definitely pretty interesting. It's interesting how many different ways I can represent all the different puzzles in just a simple set of shapes. All right. Yeah, I've been going at this for a few days now. When you feel like you're getting close, you're like, nope, there's another mechanic that you haven't realized. I'm up to like 9 or so of these lasers active, I think. We're working on this one now. So, it goes over as each one of these. Yeah, I found a decent amount of hidden ones. Like, I know the environmental puzzles are a thing. I found the video underground, found that. Found these great tablets that I don't know what they're doing, but I'll figure that out later. It's like, I know this is an environmental puzzle here, but I just got to find the right angle to be able to see that somewhere around there. Not entirely worried about those because I think those are just going to be bonus solutions, bonus puzzles, maybe like some sort of true ending. Yeah, there's a lot in this. And we haven't figured out what this symbol means yet. Let's see if I can input random stuff. That noise before. That. All right. So 4 up and down is not possible. Is this shifting? I don't know. I don't have an exact count, but I've done a lot. I think I was saying 9 lasers active over here. So I've done a good chunk of the area. View that in the save menu. Oh, neat. Okay. So I've done 320 so far. 320 plus 34. I guess maybe these are like the environmental puzzles, the extras. So something like that. Nice. Okay, yeah. We're getting there. Okay, these are the shadow stuff. Yeah, I already did this. Oh, so I had access to this area earlier. I just did these and then wandered off. That is typically what I do. I find a new shiny somewhere else and just keep roaming. I should be good. I'm usually pretty good at figuring out what they're trying to ask. And that's part of the fun for me, is trying to figure it all out. One thing I don't like is sometimes these colors just do not work very well. Let's see here. Go around. Oh yeah. Well, hopefully I can figure it out. I've got everything down so far. Let's see what's in here. Okay, maybe this will teach us what the hell that symbol wants. Let's see. Who's messaging me? Oh, just a notification. Alright, let's see here. What we got going in here? Light-based things. One thing I've learned with environmental puzzles, you can always tell an end point when it's got the rounded edge. So over here, there's going to be like the big circle somewhere, and we're going to have to raise and lower these platforms. Yeah, there's going to be like a start there, match up the shadow, all that stuff. This. Okay, is it giving us one? That right. Okay, so the angle is representing the angle of this. So the symbol, is it like giving us a free, is that like a wild card symbol? Yeah, hello statue. So here, if we combine that, but then this should activate it. Here, we keep it locked out. Probably get angry at this because it needs it wants to make use of that, right? Yes. Okay. What happens if we lock it out but just don't use it? Okay, so it does want to be part of the connection. So then we can do something kind of like that. That should activate. Yep. All right. Will it use more than one? Okay, so it'll only be a wild card for one thing. Okay. So then that should work. Let's see here. Go around. I gotta leave one open. This one, there's no wild card. I'm gonna do it all. This one, we need to leave one open. Let's see. That should work. Yep. Okay. This is going to represent the raising or lowering of the platform. So do that. I should raise it. Nope. No. The line represents the platform, not the dot. Is breaking up that start point for that environmental thing. Either the bar or the gap. Need to figure that out at some point. Or not. Not that big of a deal. Birds. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Back door. Let's go look at that back door real quick. Get down without lowering the platform. No. Well, I'm gonna lower the platform just for that. We're going back down, I'm sure. Okay, that changes those. Say different representation for that. Oh, that's how we fill in that gap. We got to look at it from this angle. Okay. Well, I guess I can do that. Let those go while we look at these other puzzles. Oh. That automatically lowered. Yep, okay. Can they not go the same direction? It's weird. Yeah, it's a timing thing. Or at least the other one. The only thing I don't care for are timing puzzles. I guess I'll do it while I'm here. Shadow. It's light in this case. Alright, got those. Alright, we saw some here. Alright, what we got? So this might cancel out this. So this, like, if there's an incorrect thing, it might treat it as the wild card type thing. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, we know another symbol. Where does this go? Oh, this goes up to here. Okay. All right. Yep. Yep. Did I solve all these? I do not remember. Was there a way to solve these? Yeah, that one's not powered yet. This power came from over there somewhere. Or this powered laser, maybe. Let's see here. That's going around this way. Where does it go? Goes into there. Guessing it's that one there, yeah, which goes over there to the laser. Oh, are all of those? No, we need two more. It's panels on the left and right. That's right. So one is probably the boathouse series of puzzles, and one is over here, the, well, boathouse slash sawmill type thing. And this is the concrete thing, creation, whatever. Not really, it's not a granary, it's like the stone mill type thing. So, what cable are we missing? So this went to this, that raised that. Here and take a look, see where that cable exactly went, and see if there's something that we're missing. It's that one there. It's going over, down. I guess it's just going outside. Something here, maybe? If that's a puzzle or just a blank screen, although I haven't really seen any blank screens anywhere, so... Cable that we can't see. Let's see one. Oh, we haven't even done these. That's right. Okay. That's me getting sidetracked again as I like, ooh, there's something over here. And then I go down and all that. So doing these will power that area probably. All right. Okay. Oh, yes, we need to... All right, in order to make use of this, there has to be something incorrect, because this is technically correct, and it's not using the incorrect thing. So, in order to make use of this, there has to be one thing incorrect. Something like that. Can't be two incorrect. Yep, it'll only convert one square. So, this one... about doing this one. Feel like we need to isolate these in particular. But if we do that, now we have no way of getting to the exit. And then if we do this, now we have no way of isolating that one over there. So go this way. Doing that. do we need to... This doesn't feel... Well, yeah, that could work, actually. Just like this. Just like that. Yep. Wait. Yep. God, that delay confuses me. It's like, what? Nope. It's like, oh, right. Okay. That's fine. Let's see here. All right. Now, this feels like it should just be this. Yep. Nope, no, nope, don't do that. So if it disables it, it should be fine for multiple colors. Although that wouldn't really work because then it would break like that. There we go. All right. I should power this. Oh, joy. Okay. So... let's take a look here. And here, because we can't go grab both of those in that case. Let's see, how does that look? I've isolated the blocks in the bottom right, the top and the top left. The center contains all white except one black, but that is getting canceled out. Right? Here, this just keeps going. Okay, so we need a way to isolate that. Need to do something kind of like that, but the other way. Can it be this off? So With that, I should have marked this one off. Oh, let's take a look at that again. Oh, yeah, that's side down here is actually not blocked off. Hold on. Need to do this loop in order to get all of these. There's something I can do up here to start. This is just combines all of them. I feel like I need to clump up these reds and then get a single green in there somehow. This won't work because this just puts them all together. So I can't go down one of these. So if I go all the way to the wall, I can't grab. Well, maybe it's not a color I need to separate. Maybe I need to leave one of these active. But think about it that way. Is there any way to separate the reds? Not. Yeah, the sound puzzle. Yeah, I did that one. That one was one of my favorites so far. That was pretty good. Go about isolating this. That's your least favorite. Oh man, I enjoyed that one a lot. But I don't know. I'm really good with sound and audio cues and stuff like that, so I picked up on that one immediately. The ones I do not like are the ones that are color based. The ones where you have to actually change the lights in order to make the panels change color based off of the absorption of the wavelength and all that stuff. Those I don't like. All right, so there's no way to block off the reds from all of the greens. There's going to be a merge somewhere. Now, once I do something like this, yeah, now that's going to combine that bottom right green. Yeah, birds is one of my favorites. So far, anyway. So yeah, there is no way to isolate red from the green. So I did something like this. That would do it, but that does not get enough of the line hexes. So if there's a way to do that. Without screwing everything up. be something kinda... No, we can't go up that way because we need this in order to lock it down. That actually looks correct. Nice. All right. Does that power all the way to the laser? It might. Nope, can't get down there. Yes, it looks like they've gone up to the laser. Can't tell if that panel is open, but it looks like the left one is active there. All right, let's go over here. Finish off this one before we got rudely distracted by more puzzles. All right, so now that we know this symbol fixes a thing, so now we can do 3, 2. How many does it fix, though? I guess if it cancels out an entire square, we could do 3, 2, 3. Does this count as 1 that it needs to be? Okay, now it fixes... Oh, it completely negates a thing we need. Okay. So, if we do something like this, completely negates this one. Yep. All right. So if we do something like this. Can't do the 4 across because that would make 2 of them be required. We need to do the 4 up and down. This one, let's see here. If we did the L, 2, 2, and 1, that would be everything except for this. But is it required? It is required. Okay. So if we negate, so if we do the L, 2, 2, 1, if we negate the 1, and we can cut this one out, it'd be good. Okay, 2 of these. Make a square, but they would need to be together. Here, do something kind of like this, because that should put both of those together. No, not quite, because it needs to be turned. So, how do we go by doing this? Because this one has to be, doesn't have to be active, but these 2 together would mean there needs to be a square, and we can't completely isolate a square like from the center. That's just not possible. So do 1, 2, 1, 2. Do this shape. Can isolate this one and this one. So we do something kind of like this. Yep. Nope. My head being the thing? Nope, you cannot. It is me. I am the environmental puzzle now. Alright. That needs to come over here. So that means that is getting moved based off of this. So we do that. And then figure out which one we want to negate, which would be this one. Bring that over. Let's see, where does that lead? To flatten that down. Over here that I missed out on? Maybe. Yeah. No. Maybe. Shit, I don't know anymore. I do need to flatten this out though. Okay, so based off of where it's active is which line, which cable is going to be lit up. So I need to figure out the one that goes outside. It's not. I need to look at it from a different angle. Nope, no, I can't get down. Maybe actually over here. So lower that. It looks to be. Where's this cable going? Down over to there, to the other side. We get across. Not without lowering this first, so. Probably a cable like down here-ish. We just need to shove it all the way to the end, I guess. Raise this again and see if we can do this environmental puzzle while we're here. There we go. Alright, well, while it's down, let's just take a quick look at what we got here. Yeah, I think there's only 2 cables that go in this direction. That one there, which is the very end, which probably heads to this one. Probably powers this gate. Probably. Nope. Or just go around it. That also works. Yeah, I think. Oh. That's how that gets active. There we go. Alright, got more of these. This move. This goes up that way and outside. How is this open up like minecart type thing? Well, I guess we just try it and see. How about, do we cut this off? Guess we need to go around this way. Guess I could do these puzzles while I'm here. I'm curious what that did. We'll figure it out when we go back out there. Let's just do these while we're here. Alright. Something like that. Okay, so the colors actually do matter. This type of situation. So this would negate. So it would negate the entire color purple. Okay, so it either negates one square. Well, no, I guess it. That other one didn't work. Still feels like it was doing the same thing as this one. Figure that out, maybe. Alright. So 2, 2. So what we have. No, we do have an odd amount. Like, we have an even amount. How does that work? No, we have an odd amount. Let's see here. Which one do we have an odd for? Is orange. So if we do something like that. So this canceled out the other one. So they can affect each other. Okay. But they won't affect their own color in this particular situation. So this one worked because there were different colors. This one was because there was an extra one in this color grouping. So this one I would need to somehow combine this and then that. Okay. This one, same color, so it means there's going to be an extra in this grouping. So we do something like this, something like this, something like that. Oh. Are those different colors? No. Did I fuck that up somehow? No, I did fuck that up. So we need something like that. There we go. Alright. So let's isolate this. Let's group those. This. Something like that. Alright. So we know there's an odd amount of these, so it means one of these has to be the thing that's canceled out. So it means these need to be invalid. So if we do a 4 and a 3, so it means this is the one that can be canceled out. So need to so that's too many. So that would not actually be possible because there's no way to get up here to separate these. Feel like this has to be the 4. That means there's a 3 up here that we can make use of, which I think would be this one. Yep. Okay. This is technically doing the same thing, but we can actually make use of all the colors. We don't need that 3. Alright. Where did that go? Over to here. Do 3. 3. Quit. 3, 3, and 3. So 3, 3, and 3. Okay. So this is going to be similar, but I think we're going to cancel out those instead. So we could do three, 3, and 3. Yeah, man, Rosky, go get some sleep, man. I appreciate you popping in. Do 3, 3, and 3 like that. Wonder if it nullifies the entire square. Probably not. Just the mechanic. Yeah, it just nullifies the mechanic. So we do 3. 3 and 3. That is blocking out 1 star we need. But what if we do 3 and 3. There we go. All right, so we have an even number of stars. So we can actually clump them properly. Nullify a 3. By a 3 horizontal. White. So I'm gonna nullify one of these. So which one? I feel like it's going to be a 3, 3. It's not nullifying anything properly. That's not nullifying anything. So do the 3. This actually is not nullifying anything. Not actives, but we do this. Nope, that's not quite it either. No, this is 1 squares too many. This is close. So if I actually because it's the 2 3s, but that's also clumping up all the stars, which I don't want. Let's see here. Do 1 2 3. 2 3. grouping up one star that I don't want. But what if I do something like this? Also grouping up stars. So I'm feeling like it might be a 3 horizontal that we need to cut out somehow. This is, yeah, not quite correct. Quite right. I go somewhere like this. It's cutting off too much. It's not blocking off the vertical like I need. I feel like this should be a valid option, but these are cutting off too many of the stars. So I somehow put 3, 1, then I need to somehow include this one. I do 3, 3. That's including a star that I don't need to. If I try to include this with any of these, that includes both these stars. So it feels like I need a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like this setup is required. this setup. But then how do I get the 3 vertical in here? I don't. Because then that would be too many squares. So if I try to do something like this, I can't get both the vertical and horizontal into the same general shape, because I need to include the marker itself. So if I include the marker, that means all of these need to be included. Could do like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Block this one out. Then that would combine all the stars together. Side isn't like that. Actually, yeah, that would work. I had the right idea. I just forgot I can go down early and go up and cut that off. All right, should be everything here. Let's go see if that opened up the laser puzzle. Get up there is the real question. It was outside. Yeah, this is back door over here. Alright, what do we got here? Same basic thing. Need to satisfy one, but not both. So, in order to do that, oh, I never actually noticed. I wonder if they're all like that. That the laser has the mechanic symbol on the outside of the box. Interesting. All right. Got that going. I think there's one in this area. So let's go down. We know more mechanics now, and there's a couple things that we got stuck on last time, but I thought about it some, and I think I have ideas. So let's go back down there and take a look. There's a laser up there in that tower. But we need to solve all these outside puzzles in order to open the doors and so on and so forth. We did this one. Did parts of that one. Do this one? Not yet. Collected that. Was this powered yet? No. Oh yeah, this one outside. This went to that weird shaped thing that we didn't quite exactly know what was going on. Yeah, this, but I have an idea now. I think it's related to the trees puzzle that we saw like over there-ish, I believe. So we need to find something that is this shape and find the broken one. Here. There's this thing. So if we look at the branches and look at which ones are broken, this one has one broken. These are just like the trees, but they're split into different directions. Like this one has one broken, this one has two. So I assume one of these branches is going to have two broken. Yeah, this one here. This one has two broken. So we set it up where the two broken is on top. So this is on top. To the left should be one broken, which is that one broken. So if we count them out, let's go from left to right. So if it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the single broken is the fourth one broken from the outside. Fifth one is broken. So we went this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going from right to left. So in that case, it should be one more branch over. And 1, 2, 3 in. 1, 2, 3 in. No, that's not right. So, if I need to look at a specific orientation. So I want this. Kind of in a circle. So the single branch left is like this. So left, single branch broken. Up, two branches broken. So then it should be down. Oh, it's probably that orientation. So 3 from the bottom. This one. Yep. Okay. Now, does that go into this area? Yes, yes it does. It's avoiding the shadows. But there are different outputs here, so it might have different solutions. Can we do more than one solution? Yes, there are different outputs here. They're different starting points. But this is the only one that avoids the shadow. Let's see where those wires go. Oh, we do need to do all of them. They combine into a hub. Do one wrong, will it turn all of them off? No, it won't. Okay, so we can do some testing. So what does the other ones want? Not all of them can avoid the shadow, and none of them can really follow the shadow either. So it wants us to go up, over, up. No, that won't quite work. Can't follow the shadow. What is this one wanting? Feels like it's a perspective. Can we see this from the outside? Yes, I think there's a little platform there we can step on. So one of them, we need to line that up. We need to follow the branches on this one. So down, over, up, and zigzag. All right, so curve around the hex to the right side, then go to the wall, up one, back to the edge of the hex, one, curve around the hex to the wall, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then loop around to the exit. So start here, curve around the hex, go to the wall, 1, 2, 1, 2, loop around. All right. And now might be a similar thing, but we need to follow the inside. Set up for that. Because if we start there, that's being blocked off by those. Do I need to go for this one? Bottom left. We line this up. In a way. Feel like that would work because there are multiple solutions. Because we would like be able to come out through there, but yeah, that wouldn't work. Very different branch that we can look through. I'm not seeing anything. What does this one want? We did this one. We did this one. The third one in that area I think had to do with... Yeah, I was following an outline. So it's a perspective thing, but following the outline, just what I was trying to do. So maybe there's a different setup somewhere. Seeing one, at least not here. Might be from above, looking down. It's glare. Okay. This wasn't the same area as that, but I guess they are combining puzzles a little bit. Feels like that was it. What am I missing? Oh, is there a... I didn't go down far enough. Alright, got all those. That powered this thing. It's combining the etching with the shadow somehow. It's going up over... up somehow. Once it gets to there, is this where it's starting? Where it's starting, it's going up, down, over and around, down to here, and then we need to make use of a shadow to finish it? Or do I need to look in the right spot for more glare? I need to go to a different area to actually see the glare. So that's not glare, that's just shadow doing that. See if we can go upstairs here somehow. Stairs, maybe? No. Can't see from down here. Too far away, it clips out. Has to be in this general area. We can't get up there from this. Okay, there we go. Go from here. I can. Alright. That opened up another door. Make progress. All right. So, where do we get down from here? Over here. Another puzzle we got stuck on last time. It's right over here. I remember being confused. It's like, all right, why is there color blending? We haven't seen color blending, but we kind of have. We need like color extraction. And then I also got confused. It's like, all right, why is this on a clear pane? No other panels have really been like that to make use of a clear pane. But we need to combine the two. And hey, look. Now we have a puzzle. Can I do it from here? It's not. Well, you look at an angle. Ooh, maybe. Now, well, let me click through it. All right, but so I need that outer L, inner L, and the inner B. Outer, that. Oops, nope. Almost. That. And go the other way. That. Oh wait, these are stars. I need to combine them. Wait, how is that going to work? Yeah, that's right. I went one too high up. These two. These two. These. That whole left side is one block, right? Not quite, but close. I'm gonna go about doing this. There's too many. Be able to outline this. Come on. Okay, so these two have to go together. These two have to go together. Those have to go together. So we need to cut off here, go up to there. But that's going to cut this off. So if we do to here. If we do this down to here, over to here, that gives this block of 3. And over and up. So to center down. Up. Yeah. I feel like that's it. So up, around, this way. There we go. All right. Does that give us a shadow or something to that one? shadow, but there is this. That doesn't do anything. Feel like that does anything. Let's see here. What type of layout are we looking for here? Is it way back here? Like this little stick is trying to represent something. It's a line where these get connected. I feel like we didn't need to be this far back. Or if it's line for that pole, maybe? That is completely blocking it out. But if we assume that pole isn't there, that would go over and around this way. Down. So if we look at it this way, if we go left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left. Nope. Did not like that. All right. What about this? This actually does it even with that pole in the way. Aha. Right. Is that all the tower doors? Just go up and find out. We could go around the outside, but what's the fun of that? Oh, no. Okay. We're still missing one. Which one does that go to? All right. That one. That goes to this area. Yeah, this was a symbol that we had no idea what it was, but we do now. So we can't isolate a single block, so it means these two need to be connected. That doesn't connect it, so that means we need to do something. How do we do that? Almost. Getting all of these and connecting that is tricky. So we do something kind of like this. There we go. Aha. All right. Guess while we're out here, we can look to see, is that all of them? I think so. Let's go up and take a look. If that means we have actually seen every mechanic, does that mean this is the last laser we need? Maybe. We will find out. Feels like there's a distinct lack of lasers from over here, but maybe that's just water. Feels like there should be something from over there. We'll let this activate, let it turn. Look like that does anything in particular, but let's just make our way up there and see what we can see. So I feel like if we activated this one, that means we have done all the mechanics. So that means we've been to every corner of the island. In theory. Not, or up there at the top, we can actually look down, should be able to see any lasers that we're missing. Question is, how do we get back up there? Not this way. Might be able to cut through here. Guess we should have just gone around, but either way, it's fine. We are on the path. Going back down. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Way up top. Will we see anything? Who knows? Let me take a look while we're here. Do we notice anything? It looks like the bunker type area. Maybe it has one of those video puzzles down there. Guess we can't see all the lasers. Actually, we can't really see that many because this one's fired through a pillar. This one's in the middle of the trees. This one's coming from those trees. I guess we won't really be able to see many that we missed. See a few, like we'll be able to see that one pretty easily. That is all of them, though. This is all these panels. Oh, these are all the different little mechanics and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. So guess we need to hit each of these to do that. How many color blocks are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. So separate them. Oh, there's only one exit. Right. No, there's more. There's one here too. There are 3 exits. Okay. Is a valid path? It is not. Okay. In order to make a separation, need to be able to cut straight down in the center. Almost down the center. Of course, they would add this block right here to break that. So we need. You can't isolate these by themselves. You need to isolate the people. Basically, these sections represent each person. So we need to isolate the people, if we think about it that way. Something to get to that. Oh, okay. That's why I was confused and why there's no more exits. Each one needs to go to a specific area. Alright, that makes more sense. This one needs to go right. This one needs to go down. Down, yeah. Okay. So, in that case, let's look at it from where we need to go from to go to. That should give us a better viewpoint. Now we actually can isolate these. Gotta make sure there's a straight connection between where we're going to where we're headed. Can't force it will to a point. Why make that? Cable's gonna be in the way, isn't it? Yep. But we might be able to go around the back. this. Very close. He's stepping on that line though. That would need, because I need to go around. I would need to go up this way in order to isolate that. But we can isolate this. But then those two would be combined. And we're going to make that separation. Let's go from here. Go all the way back here, get a better view. Not quite. It's going to be blocked off a lot. It's two of them. Get that one going. This won't do any good because we can't. Just never think about going through their legs because that's just not going to happen because the way that cable is situated. We'll do go down into that. That guy, we could maybe go through his legs depending on the orientation. So looking at another one real quick, just to take a look, see. See, isolating it like that is not really gonna work. Especially this way because there's too much on that side to deal with. Make a note of anything. It's not. Oh, did we only need 7 lasers? How many do we have? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Did we overkill a little bit? Do not know. Actually, looks like there might be more on the bottom that we can't see. Wonder if this whole platform will like lift and turn. These look like the same panels as these. If that's the case, I might be missing one right there. I guess we'll see, because these seem like I'll open up these latches here. See what happens when I solve that. Assuming I can, because they don't seem like they can be moved at all. There's also 2 wires going into it, one down here and one over here. I feel like there has to be a solution. Not seeing a clean one. These being in the way, I don't see a way to actually isolate them. So we need to solve one, which would then open up a solution to another one. I feel like this should be doable. Very close, I think. Just gotta find exactly the right angle. Okay, no, because that'll combine those 2. Yeah, I need to go that way. Okay, yep. Progress. It's down there. Interesting things. There's a TV. Anything we can work with? No. I feel like there should be a solution for all of these then. So we figured out that one. Basically, we need to kind of hit these corners to do the isolation. So, we're going to do that. This isolates those. Just brought over these. This foot being here, there's no way to come down this way and then come back out. So we might need to think of a little bit differently. go around the outside. That. With over here. Can we come around here is the question. Seeing a... Well, I guess we don't need to do that. We can go down this way. Never mind. We can cut off a little bit more. Okay. Right, and this one. Need to hit this point somehow. Still get out. How do we go about doing that? Do it from this direction. To somehow come down through here. So, let's see here. A separation here. Need a way through here somehow. This guy's foot crossing over makes that tricky, but if we go around, so what we need to think about is constantly going around. Like that. Right. Get a better view of the underside. Aha. No, we did get them all. This goes down, and then power is probably what's down below. Yeah, I was worried that there was going to be like one more latch like right there or something. What we got? The different areas that we've been. The different junk piles. Now in the desert. Yep. Tree houses. What we got? This teepee is inside a giant pillar. Hey. Up high view. Neat. That's not live though, because this bridge should be across. Nope. Alright. Continue down. What's this? Can't quite see in there. Give anything for a crouch button. Just let me crouch. Let me crouch. The pillars of TVs and office equipment. It's way over there. Very tiny. Hard to see. It just keeps going. What's up here first? Okay. So I'm guessing this is going to turn something. Move something. Oh, it's going to create a platform for us. Okay. Different rooms. Alright, so there's only one entrance to that room over there. So I need to do it a different way. Oh, of course, there'd be a block off there, wouldn't there? Oops, yeah, I needed that. Hold on. There we go. Alright. What we got here? Cursor's off a little bit. It's kind of disorienting. Oh, it's because the whole thing is off by a little bit. It's like, well, why is it doing that? No, there's a reason for that. Oh joy, the whole thing is going to get shifted off even more. Okay. Why are you doing this to me? Where's the start point? Okay, so normally it would be here. It's like down here-ish. Because it got like shifted over and down, or... Oh, no, so it still wants our regular click point. It's just been shifted over there. Okay. I see how it is. Okay, how many up is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a thing right there. We're up. No, because it's 4. I need to go 1 over. There we go. Oh god, what's going on? Alright. Oh, because I was like, why am I looking at an angle? It's because it is actually at an angle. Oh, and I need the path to go around this thing. Okay. Let's see. Can I do this while I'm thinking about it? Like that. We're thing there. That's hard to see. So it does want us to get a little bit closer to solve these. Because from this distance, that is really difficult to see. Alright, well, let's finish a couple of these real quick. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Alright. So, let's see here. 3 in any direction. 3 straight. Then an L and an E. Nope, needs to be a P. No, L. I'm doing a P. So back it up. Something like this. Yes. And then get this 3 over here. Oh, it's just shifting. All right, let's fix our bridge. Just go all the way across there. Actually, first. Let's do it like this. How are we going to get the 4 across while still being able to get out of here? I guess something kind of like this. Outside so we can see the puzzles. Same over here. Going right down the center, though. I don't think that's going to avoid that. Yeah. So getting the 4 in a row while avoiding that means it's going to have to be right here. Because 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So we're going to need to go like across this way. I think I did that before. No, yeah, we're good there. Yeah, that's the problem. It goes right through it there. What we do is going to go through the center. This is not going around it. Just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure that's going right into it. Yeah. If solving these puzzles is going to, yeah. Because you see this side is going up to this, so this is probably going to probably raise or lower this. So that is this set of puzzles over here. So let's finish these. Try to anyway. And we make a bridge that just goes straight down that line. Like so. Actually, yeah, we can. No, that combines those two. Hold on. So that gives us clean access to those panels. All right, what are we looking at? Looks like that's a square. That's a square. That's a square. There's a thing there. There's a thing there. We're exiting out over there. Oh, there's a black square there. Shit. Okay. There's a black square there. Felt like that was the right idea. Hit that one. It's really easy to miss stuff when you can't see it very well. Split those. Split those. Need a separation over here somehow. So let's try starting over here first. There we go. Alright. Black square. I'm guessing we need a 4 square over here. Black square. So if we isolate this, isolate this, that won't work. Or do the 4 square, we need to do this. Just down and isolate all those. Okay. Of course. Of course, it's going to do this, isn't it? Okay, there's a thing here. Oops. No, that's a black square. There's a thing here. Black, white, black, white, white. So if we isolate this, isolate that. There's a clump of black, black, white, so it means we need to curve around this. So it means we need an opening over here. Curve around that. I missed this one. All right. Got those. Those. Got that. Feels right. Yep. Okay. All right. We can't really see what's on the line. But we do that, and the error can actually tell us what's there. So there's one here, one here. That separation, that separation. Okay. All right, that goes. All right, so that's a another hub, I guess. So we need both of them active. It feels like this is this side and going up that way. This is going to the inside, though. Just jump across. It's fine. Just jump across. Man, we're gonna have to keep going all the way down. Let's finish this other side, and once we get in there, I might take a little bit of break. So let's do the same thing. Well, I don't need to get up close on, well, I need to get over there. I was going to say, I don't need to get up close. This distance should be fine. No, I can't actually get over there. Alright, so let's do this. And I do it. No, I need a way to get over there. So us. All right, let's get over there. Finish this one. There's so close to the in there, so close. Maybe like another reflection puzzle, something like that. All right, what do we got here? So, like this. And then we have the stars need to be grouped together. So, in order to do that, I need to go around this way. That, yep. Jeez. Okay. Well, let's you know, just let's let it sit there for a second. All right. So, 3 across has to be this. L has to be this, but then so 3 across, L, up. Here. So it's easy. It's just doing it without getting dizzy. I just do it with my eyes closed. Up, over, up. Just glance at it for a sec. Over, down, over, up. Okay. That one legitimately made me dizzy. Rotation. Up. It's just going to be a zigzag. Almost a zigzag. Not quite a zigzag. Okay, so all the way up. Over. Down. Left. Down. Right. Down. Right. Up. Okay. That powered both of those. So now do we need to do something on the inside? Actually, I guess I do need to get in there somehow. Is there a setup where we can get in there? Because I can't do... Well, maybe I can do these from a distance. Can't tell what color that is in the center. The way this is set up, this has to be a thing. This has to be a thing. This has to be a thing. I can't go down with that being there. Another white. But I can't isolate that angle. Do that. So I started from over here. Feel like that's doing the same thing now. Need to somehow that corner. Doing that. I think there's a way for me to be able to walk in there. So I felt like every single path was going through that center. Let's double check. Be sure, just for amusement's sake, this won't allow diagonals, which I don't even think there's a way to get a diagonal going. I don't think so. So we'd have to do a full surrounding of each area. You have to start it in a corner like here. This would be blocking that off, so that makes me wonder. Set it up over here. But what if we came from the other direction? We'd have to set up over there. Isolating something. So we did something really weird. Now we have no way of coming back. Yeah, every single path goes through that. Even if I did try to do diagonal, this would go right through it right there. This part here. So it is taking up, what is it taking up? This whole section here? Yeah. It's taking up that whole section, and if we need to include this marker, which we do, there would be no way to actually fit this in. There's no outside route. We'd have to go through here no matter what, or through here no matter what. So the only way is if we can move that thing, which is what I assume this is going to do. But in order to do that, I need the third wire. I can't get the third wire without getting over to there. Let me in. For us to get the 4 straight, it has to go right through it. There's no way just to pass through here. I go by here first. Get this, then finish it. That won't let us leap across, but it might get us a little bit closer. It might be able to get a better angle on that puzzle. Just to jump. Just jump. That's all I want. Just to jump. Doesn't feel like this would do anything. So I actually went like all the way around like this. But that white in the center makes things troubling. Let's get slightly better angle. If I can get past that pole there, I can go down, over, and up. That should do it. Can't activate it through this glass. This way, here. No. What? It's close. As I need this separation. Again, if we could just go down that path. Do that to separate those two anyway, because I need something down in this. So I need this. Need this. That slight block is ruining everything. Oh, that wouldn't work anyway, because then this one and this one would be combined. Let's see here. Isolate that. Need to do that to separate those two. But I could come at it from a different angle, I guess. Over this way. And then down. Yeah, that would be it. I can't get past that pole. Let's see. Wait for this to get into this corner. I don't think so. I think I went all the way up. Yeah, I hit as far in the corner as I can. We cannot get a better angle than what we have there. Do I need to look through a crack? I think I need to memorize the path I need to take and only do half of it. Can't move after that. Oh, that opened up. Oh. Just recording.
The relation between the controller and the controlled is reciprocal. The scientist in the laboratory studying the behavior of a pigeon designs contingencies and observes their effects. His apparatus exerts a conspicuous control on the pigeon, but we must not overlook the control exerted by the pigeon. The behavior of the pigeon has determined the design of the apparatus and the procedures in which it is used. Some such reciprocal control is characteristic of all science. As Francis Bacon put it, nature, to be commanded, must be obeyed. The scientist who designs a cyclotron is under the control of the particles he is studying. The behavior with which a parent controls his child, either aversively or through positive reinforcement, is shaped and maintained by the child's responses. A psychotherapist changes the behavior of his patient in ways which have been shaped and maintained by his success in changing that behavior. A government or religion prescribes and imposes sanctions selected by their effectiveness in controlling citizen or communicant. An employer induces his employees to work industriously and carefully with wage systems determined by their effects on behavior. The classroom practices of the teacher are shaped and maintained by the effects on his students. In a very real sense, then, the slave controls the slave driver, the child, the parent, the patient, the therapist, the citizen, the government, the communicant, the priest, the employee, the employer, and the student, the teacher. B.F. Skinner, 1971.
Okay, well, I realize what needs to do now. There is a path through here. I thought when I saw that, it's like, all right, there's only one entrance that gets into the back that gets you to that recording, but no, there's a path through. So I need to connect these two spots. I need it to go like this. I just need a connection from here to here somehow. So, in order to do that, I think we can do something like this. Because this path walks in front of it, which then goes around into where we need to go. Then this goes to the exit. Like that. That should be it. There's one little thing we don't notice. It's just like, oh, okay, that solves everything. Lasers, that's the walkway puzzle. Like there's like a door over here or something like that. All right. Hey, look, I might be able to do this now. This way. Make that cut off. Down, over, up. Nope, not quite. Make that cut off. Make that cut off. Quite. How am I going about this? It's not working right because I need separation over here. Need this separation. Need this separation. Need these separations. Get away over here. Like we're going to need to cross over and go onto the other side somehow. Now we don't have to wait to an exit. Go down this way first. Quite. It's gonna work. I think I need something like this. I need a way across. This separation. This separation. There we go. All right. Like this one can't be. Super simple. be some hidden that we can't see. Yep. So white, black. I need to include somehow. Somehow. It's like it's the way this is set up, it's forcing you into this orientation. It will not work. So I need to do at it from a distance. Get a different orientation for it. Like that. Yep. All right. So, is this another mirror? It is. Okay. Need to find an orientation that gets us to the exit while still hitting all of these little spots. I feel like it's going to be over here. So if I can see the exit, should be able to go. Find an angle that lets me hit that though. So it might be this way. Yeah, that would make sense because then that's covering up these two. Taking that one. Yeah. Two. Yay, that opens that door. Right. Is there a puzzle in here that I did not see? There is a cable here. What am I looking at? I thought solving those would power this, but it's the other way around. This powers that. Alright, so what are we looking at? Where's that cable going? It looks like it right here. To this, which is not powered. Oh, hey, oh, I hear something. Okay, all right. Still continuing on, I am finishing this room before I take a break. Because there's definitely more down below. So let's solve this. So we need a 3 across, or 4 across, and a 4 vertical with overlapping. That shifted. So we can go 4. I think because these two are the ones that's overlapping, the 4 has to be here. So these 4. Well, it could technically be 5 because we can do 4 and 4, or we're going to do 4 and 4. Either way. But we know this entire row is part of it. So if that row is isolated, can't include a white in there because, we can't include a white in there because that black is forced. So if we go down this way instead, it doesn't give us a way back, so we need to finish at the top. Okay, that gets us our 4 and 4, but now we need a way to separate these. So how do we go about doing that? Feel like the 4 has to be here-ish so we can get that separation. So if we do something kind of like this, start over here to separate this. We gotta start on this side to get the 4 across, 5 across, and then we go down and separate that. Not quite, because that's only 2 vertical. It has to be one of the outside ones. But how can it be one of the outside ones if I need separation there? I guess if we did like a zigzag. So kind of like that. But I need to finish at the top. So kind of like this. Not quite. Like this. Oh, that's getting that black and white together, though. I can't include this block as one of them. So I need this whole row. Not exactly. No, Oh, yeah, exactly. Because this cannot intersect this. So that means the 4 vertical has to be on the outside. This. And now we get the separation. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Where else do we go in this pile of junk? We're here. So same general thing. We have a 2 and a 3. The 3 has to be right here in the center somewhere to overlap these two. And then the 2 can be off pretty much anywhere. I just kind of did something like 2, 3, 1, 2. I just separated this. Yep. Hey, door is open. Okay, I need to adjust our bridge now. Bridge still needs to start here. So, in order to do that, go to here. This way. To make a separation here, into there, go down and around. This is not going to work because I have no way to get to this side. I need to come through here, out, and then end up here. The same general idea as before, that instead of here, I just need to go over and around. That's all. So, what did I do before? I need to go up here. How did I do this? Yeah, something like this. No. Now I have no way to get over here. I need to go up this way and then over. Previously... Yeah, I went in front, made this bridge, then go over, then up. Yeah, there we go. Over, through, over, and up. And this goes downstairs into another area. But I need a little bit of a break. So I'm going to step away, get a drink, stretch for a little bit, and then I'll be back in a few minutes.